with a new TV deal for NXT and more. This is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Recalling his experiences with Ahmed Johnson, Booker T noted on his Hall of Fame podcast, Ahmed Johnson, he's made a lot of claims and I just want to clear them up. He said, when he came into WCW, my brother and I, were having problems, was the reason why my brother got him to come in. My brother got him in to help him make some money. That was it. I saw Ahmed Johnson about 2 months ago at the airport. I was on my way to Florida. I walked up and we made eye contact. He looked at me and he smiled. I turned left and I went to the counter and I proceeded to get on the plane. I didn't even speak to him. I didn't even acknowledge him because he's a notorious lying, low-down piece of you-know-what, and that's the reason I didn't even acknowledge him. If Ahmed Johnson is doing conventions and stuff now, if he wants to say something to me about this, because I'm sure he's going to hear about it, I'm not going to ever acknowledge him because, like I said, he's a lying, low-down scum. I'll never acknowledge him, but if he ever acknowledged me, I would definitely proceed. I just wanted to put that out there. Like I said, he's a notorious liar. He said he played for the Dallas Cowboys. He said he was in a game. If you played for the Dallas Cowboys, anybody from 85 to 95, go look on any scroll, and I'm not going to even call him Ahmed Johnson anymore because that's not his name. His name is Tony Norris. That's what his name is. WWE owns Ahmed Johnson, okay? He's not Ahmed Johnson. He's Tony Norris. Like I said, if I ever see him, we'll deal if he wants to say something to me, but for me, for my part, I'm never going to acknowledge someone like him because I know what kind of person I am, and to hear someone like him disparage me. Let me go back one more time. You say that we didn't get along in the wrestling school that we went to. We both went to Ivan Putski's wrestling school. I remember one day I did have a kerfuffle with Ahmed Johnson at the wrestling school because we were doing practice. I was doing hip tosses, arm drags, victory rolls, stuff like that, and he wanted to practice power bombs. I said, I don't practice power bombs, and he got hot about it. He got a little bit hot about it. I think I checked him that day and told him, hey man, you got a problem with me? I'll be outside waiting. And my brother can attest to this. He pretty much said, we'll squash it, whatnot, but I never had a problem with Ahmed Johnson. I never disliked Ahmed Johnson, and me personally, I don't even know where he's getting half the stuff that he's saying, but then again, I do because he's a notorious low-down piece of you-know-what. Talking about LA Knight's loss to Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, Eric Bischoff said this on his 83 Weeks podcast. I don't think the loss to Roman is going to make one bit of difference. I don't think it's going to stall his momentum. If anything, it's going to make his fan base want it even more, and that's what you hope for. You want the fans to want it more than LA Knight wants it. You want the fans to want it more than the company wants it. You want the fans to become undeniable in their desire to see LA Knight advance. I don't think it's going to be very difficult at all for LA Knight to pick up right where he left off. I really don't. If anything, in a weird way, I think it's going to help him. Touching on their status as a free agent, former AEW star Sonny Kiss told Mike Johnson of PW Insider that I don't plan to be a free agent for very long. I made a vision board and it was one of the most liberating and inspiring things ever. Being able to see the things you plan to do and eventually knowing you're going to start checking off each one is a beautiful feeling. I look at it every day because it's the screensaver on my phone, and I remember that these are my goals. These are the things that I want. I want all the smoke when it comes to the matches, the best people, whether it's the knockouts, superstars, or athletes. If you get it, you get it. No matter what company I am, no matter who I'm wrestling, what I'm doing, I just want to be successful and continue to keep growing and get everything that I deserve and worked hard for. As a stray cat found its way backstage at Crown Jewel, many WWE superstars interacted with it. Here are the clips.
Oh, you're biting me.
Yes. Ay, little Saricato.
want some food? No. Fighting my ring.
This is our mascot. It's on your.
Thank you. Don't bite me. I don't know if I trust you, bro.
No.
You bit me twice already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Given the success of the Judgment Day, this was said regarding member of the group and Mr. Money in the Bank Damian Priest. As PW Insider reported, there's been a lot of praise lately internally for Damian Priest. The word we heard is that over the last several months, he's really impressed management by how hard and physical he's worked and for gutting through quite a few times where he's been banged up but kept going. We reported a few months back that he's been seen as a top-level, upper echelon talent, and since then, he's won Money in the Bank and continues to get great raves internally. During a live stream on Instagram, former WWE star Mandy Rose was asked if she would consider joining AEW or TNA in 2024, to which she responded, "I don't know, but you know, if the right phone call comes around, maybe." Talking about the possibility of CM Punk making a WWE comeback, Booker T said this on his Hall of Fame podcast. "I could see CM Punk wanting to find his way back into the WWE. I could see that. We're talking about it right now. Also, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm not going to put it past WWE hiring him back. I don't know. I can't say. But I do know that just about everybody that's left WWE has come back, no matter what problems they've had. Even the Ultimate Warrior, I don't think anybody thought the Ultimate Warrior would come back." Announcing a new television deal for NXT, which will be moving off the USA Network, WWE President Nick Khan said the CW has made impressive moves over the past year with its live sports programming schedule. It's a truly exciting opportunity to expand NXT's audience by bringing the show to broadcast television for the first time in NXT's history. Ringside News added that the USA Network is getting WWE SmackDown in 2024. That deal will start in October. That means the USA Network will not keep NXT around, and the company has now confirmed a previous report that NXT will go to the CW. The CW Network and WWE have joined forces to bring WWE NXT to a broader audience as a part of an exciting new partnership. Starting in October 2024, the CW Network will serve as the official broadcast home for WWE NXT, marking the first time in WWE NXT's 13-year history that it will be featured on a broadcast television network. This agreement solidifies a 5-year commitment to air 52 live weekly events throughout the season. Nick Khan, WWE president, commended the CW's remarkable strides in its live sports programming schedule over the past year. This partnership presents an exciting opportunity to introduce WWE NXT to a broader audience by making it available on broadcast television for the first time in its history. When it comes to what is next for Monday Night Raw, Ringside News noted that TKO Group Holdings held their third quarter earnings call today, and this came just as news broke that NXT is moving to the CW. Naturally, fans all over want to know what is going on with Raw. Ringside News provided in-depth coverage of the entire conference call. In terms of Raw, when asked about this during the call, it was stated that their methodical and deliberate approach to negotiations is taking a cue from from their strategies in managing UFC rights. They made it clear that they are actively involved in extensive discussions with prospective partners in the wider context of sports rights. It was also pointed out the notable agreements taking place within the market, such as the Xfinity series securing a place on the CW network and the NBA's ongoing negotiations with its existing partners until April. It was also highlighted the entrance of other key players like Netflix and Peacock into this arena. In doing so, they stressed the established brand value of Raw, its devoted fan base, and the high level of brand recognition it enjoys. Additionally, they emphasized their capacity to smoothly transition to a new partner should the need arise. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.